It's your boy, the Rich Blazer Sweetheart, with another Gaming with the Rich. The most recent promo card as of making this video dropped, which is the alternative artwork for the Pokédex, which allows you to look at the top 3 cards of your deck. Now, I created a deck that I'm sure can bring out the power of the Pokédex. It's a Mewtwo deck. Obviously, it's a powerful one, but this one only sports one Mewtwo and has a heavy focus on the Gardeviors and another Pokemon, the Sigilyph, to help complement the deck. So let's test this out. We have our match, and let's see what we will... Okay, so we're gonna go second, which could be good for us. Usually want to go second, and I think we have the right start. Now, the Pokédex. Let's be honest. It's not the card that you see running a lot of decks, because it's good to see what's coming next. However, there are other more useful cards that you can use in your deck. But I found a way how to find other cards to complement, and the whole idea with this Pokédex and the slab that you will see coming up, hopefully, I'm sure you will. We're gonna attach an energy onto Sigilyph. Do we go? I don't think we need to go with the Pokemon just yet. We want to see what's going to come. We don't want to shuffle it up. So, how we're running this deck? The Pokédex. See, that's why we didn't play a Pokeball, because who knew if that Kirlia would come? Now we just have to wait for the Gardevoir. And out comes the Misty, which could be bad for us if they get one hit. Okay, so that is fine. I think we can live with this, but we need that Mewtwo ASAP. It does 40 damage to us, and next turn we are going to be knocked out. We're going to play the Pokeball, and we got the Mewtwo. That's perfect for us. We play the Mewtwo, then we evolve the Ralts into Kirlia. We attach an energy onto Mewtwo, and let's just do some chippies right now. Let's get some chip damage on the Articuno. So now going back to the Pokédex, I wanted to showcase... There it is! We got the Gardevoir! Next turn, I mean, we won't be able to use the attack quite yet, but we're getting closer. Now, okay, so they want us to swap out, and unfortunately, I think we have to put out the Mewtwo. That's our best play right now, and it's going to attack for 80. The idea behind this whole deck is, again, with the Pokédex and combining it with the Mystical Slab. That slab allows us to hold on to the next card if it's a Psychic type. Wow, another evolution, a lion, and we just evolve. We will XP out of there. We need to preserve this Mewtwo, and even if that means that the Sigilyph will go down, that is completely fine. We attach another energy, and then we will retreat. We put out the Sigilyph, and then we potion up with the Mewtwo, and then we just attack. This deck is built around trying to get all of our cards into our hand as soon as possible. And that could be useful for us, especially because we want to get the Gardevoir online as fast. The Pokédex helps us to know when to play a card and when not to. So if we want to play a Mystical Slab, we can see what's the next card. If it's a supporter or an item card we don't need, we can use the Mystical Slab to get that underneath, and next turn get the other card. The Sigilyph. Okay, so they're bringing back the Articuno. Alright. The Sigilyph allows us to draw a card even faster, so we get 2 draws in a turn. And I've tested out the Pokédex in multiple ways, and this was the best way to utilize this deck with a Psychic deck. So we have the Pokédex. It's not the alternative art, so let's play it. Let's see if we will go with the Mystical Slab, and okay. This is perfect. Watch this next turn, and you're going to see just how well this works. We're not going to play the Mystical Slab because we want that Oak's Research. Right now, should we just go in? Let's evolve into Kirlia. And I think we can actually preserve Sigilyph. We put out the Kirlia. We are going to attach an energy onto Kirlia and another one onto it so we can attack. This deck was crafted especially for persons who might only have one Mewtwo in their deck and want to find a way to use Mewtwo and have other cards that can complement it. We have Gardevior, and Gardevior is actually more tanky than you think. In testing out this deck in preparation for the Pokédex, the promo Pokédex that came out, I found that Gardevior can tank some hits, deal some damage, and even if it gets knocked out, by the time it gets knocked out, Mewtwo is ready to begin with its attack. And if we get a Gardevior next turn, and there's a way we could possibly get the Gardevior. So they're swapping out, and they want a Sabrina. And I think at this point, we go with a Sigilyph. That's completely fine. It's fine for us. And Sigilyph gets taken down to 10 HP. We have the Professor's Research. Now, here's how the Pokédex complements this deck even more. We play the Professor's Research. We draw our 2 cards. We know what's coming up next, Pokédex and Mystical Slab, but we don't know what's coming after that. But we can by playing the Pokédex. We get to see what's coming up. And we have that Gardevior, which means we can just drop the Mystical Slab. We get the Gardevior into our hand. And let's see, we actually have only 1 more card while our opponent has 10. This is showing why the Pokédex is very useful in this deck. And what we can do, we can just Side Shadow the Sigilyph. We can retreat and put out the other Gardevior. We attach an energy onto the Mewtwo, and then we use the Gardevior's ability to attach an energy onto itself, and we can begin attacking with Psy Shot, and we're gonna take out the Froakie. This deck can be OP once the cards fall right. Sigilyph is always the ideal card you want to start off with to help you draw a card. And we have all the cards that we need in our hand. With this deck, obviously you kind of sacrifice another Sabrina. But this deck's main focus is to pretty much just get all the cards in your hand. And we are going to take them down next turn because we have the Sabrina. But let's retreat the Gardevior first. We retreat the Gardevior, put out the Mewtwo. We attach an energy. We can go with the... Let's go with the ability Side Shadow from both Gardeviors. And our opponent conceded because we had the Sabrina. And this is how the Pokédex complements this deck. We had all our cards. We were ready to attack. And we could take down our opponent easily. And you can see how well the Pokédex works with this deck. Obviously, you have to combine it with other cards like the Mystical Slab, but having the ability to know what's coming up helps you to know what to play, what to conserve, and get all the cards you need to start to hammer away at your opponent. Of course, you can always substitute one of the Pokédex out. You don't necessarily need 2. But I just wanted to showcase the Pokédex, especially because the promo one just dropped a few days ago. With that, it's your boy, the Rich Belize Sweetheart, signing off.